God is saying to you, there is something I must tell you, and I will not wait another moment. I have seen the struggles you have been hiding from everyone else. The silent battles that you've been fighting when no one was watching. I have heard every whispered prayer you thought was too small to matter. Every tear you cried into the darkness thinking no one could see. But I am God, and I have been watching over you this entire time. I am not here by accident today. I have stepped into your moment right now because something in your life is about to shift, not tomorrow, not next month, but now. You may think you stumbled across this message. But I placed it directly in front of you for a reason. You have been under attack from people who didn't want to see you rise. And forces you didn't even realize were working against you. They spoke against you. They doubted you. They tried to make others believe you were unworthy. But I have come to overturn every lie they said. I am about to place my words in the mouths of people who will speak for you, defend you, and open doors that no one could ever shut. You thought you were forgotten, but in reality, I have been preparing the stage for your arrival. This is not the end of your story. It's the part where everything changes. Type in the comments, I receive every word of this message right now. You have felt like you've been walking through fire. But I tell you, the flames have not destroyed you. They have purified you. Every trial you face has been shaping your character, strengthening your faith, and preparing you for the weight of the blessings I am about to pour out. You've been wondering why the breakthrough hasn't come yet. But what you couldn't see is that I have been aligning every piece perfectly. So that when the blessing arrives, it will not slip away. Will you believe me right now? Even if it feels impossible, will you dare to trust that I am about to move in ways that will leave you speechless? I want you to listen carefully because you will not hear this from just anyone. This is a prophetic moment, and I am placing a divine urgency in your spirit. Do not let doubt steal what I am delivering into your life right now. I am speaking directly to you because the shift is closer than you think. You may not understand why I allowed certain doors to close or certain people to walk away, but I promise you it was protection, not rejection. You are entering a season where only those assigned to your destiny will be able to stand beside you. Will you watch this until the end so you don't miss the full revelation? Before I continue, I want to remind you. This is a holy seed moment. If you feel this message touching your heart, there is a way you can quietly honor it. Many of you have asked how you can show appreciation for these messages that speak to your soul. If this message has touched you and you feel led, consider giving a super thanks. Whether it's $20, $25, or $30, it's not about the amount. It's about the love and energy you pour back into the space that is pouring into you. Every gift keeps this light shining for you and thousands of others searching for hope. I am releasing favor over you that will shock even your enemies. They will look and wonder how someone who went through so much pain could walk in so much blessing. The tables are about to turn. The same people who whispered against you will have to watch as I honor you. This is not revenge. This is justice. I am a God who restores. And I will not let the years you've lost go to waste. Type in the comments, I am stepping into my divine justice. Now, there are angels already moving ahead of you. Clearing obstacles that you didn't even know were waiting in your path. I am sending help into rooms you haven't even entered yet. People will mention your name in places of opportunity, and you will walk into blessings you didn't even apply for. Some of you are about to receive calls, messages, or unexpected encounters that will feel like pure miracles. Do you believe I can make it happen for you? This week I have been watching you hold back tears. Smile when you want to collapse and keep walking. When you had every reason to give up, you thought no one noticed your faithfulness in the storm. But I did. And now I am about to reward you openly for what you endured in secret. The blessings coming will not be small. They will be undeniable. Will you stay with me to the very last word? So you catch every instruction I am giving you. You are stepping into a season of multiplied blessings. Not just one breakthrough, but breakthrough upon breakthrough, favor upon favor. I am the God of abundance, and I am about to prove to you that what I give cannot be taken away by man. The financial strain you've been feeling will be replaced by a supernatural provision that will carry you into your next chapter. I am not just sending money. I am sending opportunities, connections, and restoration of everything you thought was lost forever. What is about to happen will not make sense to your mind, but it will be undeniable to your spirit. The moment it begins, you will know it was me. I am turning the page, and the next chapter of your life will make the pain of the last season worth it. I have spoken it and it will come to pass. Type in the comments, I am ready for my divine turnaround. This was not a random moment. Heaven orchestrated every second that brought you here. There are no accidents when it comes to divine timing. Only moments that are perfectly placed in your path for a reason you may not yet see. Right now, the heavens are leaning in, watching to see what you will do with what you're about to hear. You have been chosen to receive something that many never get. Truth delivered directly to your spirit before it's too late. That is why you cannot scroll away. You cannot push this off for later. Because later will not be the same. You are still here, still reading, still connected at this moment. That alone is proof that your soul is awake enough to recognize that this is not just another passing word. This is an assignment. Archangel Michael does not appear when life is calm and predictable. He is sent when the storm is building or when the winds have already shifted and the air around you feels heavy with unseen change. Right now, beloved, that shift has already taken place. You can feel it in your bones. You can sense it in your chest. The stillness lately has felt different, hasn't it? The quiet doesn't bring you peace anymore. It presses on your heart like a weight you can't explain. Some people who used to reach for you suddenly don't. Some conversations that once felt easy now feel strained. And your spirit, that deep inner voice, keeps warning you that something is stirring beneath the surface. The reason no one else is confirming it is because they aren't supposed to. This revelation is yours alone. This concerns someone you hold deeply in your heart. Someone whose name has been woven into your prayers for a long time. They are not your enemy, and yet they carry a part of their past, a hidden chapter of their story that directly involves you. A chapter they have never fully revealed because they fear the impact it would have. Not because they want to hurt you, but because they are terrified of losing you. Last night, something almost happened. They almost told you, their heart almost broke open and spilled everything they've been holding back. Heaven paused. The angels drew near and I was there standing in the gap. Watching as the moment hovered between truth and silence. But fear won end in that hesitation. The truth slipped back into the shadows where it has been hiding for far too long. This is why you feel the pull in your spirit right now. You were supposed to hear it. If this truth were spoken, it would change everything. Your life, their choices, the way you see your past, the way you envision your future. And heaven has decided it cannot wait any longer. That is why this message found you today. Think back to the moment recently when you felt like your prayers were hitting an invisible wall. When you wondered if God was even listening. That was not silence from above. That was the very moment heaven was making its final decision about your path. And to those who truly feel the pull of this message in their spirit, who know that this is their divine confirmation, I invite you to sow into what God is about to do in your life. God says, when you plant into fertile ground, you reap an abundant harvest. If you are able, giving a super thanks of $20, $25 or even $30 is an act of faith, saying, Lord, I am partnering with your promise. This is not about the amount, it's about the faith behind it. And as you give, expect the windows of heaven to open wider over you than you have ever experienced before. There was a divine council, a gathering of forces that watched over your timeline. And I, Michael, stepped forward and volunteered to deliver this myself. Because you have been carrying more than your heart should bear. And yet, even after everything, you still love without conditions. You still see the best in people, even when they cannot see it in themselves. That is the kind of heart God defends fiercely. Let me tell you something that will stay with you forever. Last night your name was spoken out loud in a place where you were not physically present but your spirit was. The words were not said in anger. They were said in a deep aching regret. I wish I could go back. I never meant to lose them. They spoke your name as if it were a sacred prayer that had already been denied. And after they said it, they wept. But you've been questioning if they ever truly cared at all. This is the very trap the enemy has tried to set for you for years. The trap of doubt. Doubt in your worth. Doubt in whether you were chosen. Doubt in whether you were loved. And every time you accepted that doubt, you delayed stepping into your divine inheritance. But today, heaven has ripped the veil wide open. This is your unveiling. This is your awakening. You have not been forgotten, beloved. You have been hidden, wrapped in God's protection, surrounded by angels, preserved for a very specific moment. And this right now is that moment you are faced with a choice. One path will lead you back into the same cycle of unanswered questions, restless nights, and aching hope. The other path will lead you into healing, truth, and the kind of love that is grounded in honesty, not illusion, but to step into that second path. You must first be willing to face the truth of what has been kept from you. The silence that has been echoing in your soul is not a sign to keep dreaming the same dream. It's a call to wake up, to demand the kind of love that speaks clearly, stands openly, and never makes you doubt your worth. Anything less will only keep draining your spirit. I need you to pause now and take a deep breath before I continue because what I'm about to say will change the way you see this entire situation. Someone has been watching you closely. Not in a way meant to harm, but in a way that has been filled with longing, guilt, and questions they have never found the courage to ask you. They have been measuring their words, editing their thoughts, and rehearsing conversations they never deliver. This person has felt the distance growing and they've told themselves they'll close the gap when the time is right. But heaven is telling me there is no more time to wait. The season for holding back has ended. What has been hidden must come into the light. And whether they speak it willingly or God delivers it another way, you will know the truth. When the truth comes, it will bring both a sting and a release. The sting because it will confirm things your heart suspected. The release because you will finally be free from the weight of wondering. And in that freedom, you will have the clarity to decide what kind of love, what kind of life you will choose moving forward. Important note for true Christians. We deeply appreciate your support in helping us spread God's message of hope, love, and blessings. If this message has inspired or uplifted you, please consider showing your gratitude by giving a $40 super thanks. Your contribution helps us continue creating more content that touches lives and brings people closer to God. By clicking the super thanks button below, you are not only supporting our hard work, but also helping to extend God's love to more hearts around the world. Thank you for being part of this mission and for your generous support. Not in fear, not in jealousy, but in awe. That is the energy that surrounded them last night. This person, the one you cannot shake from your spirit, was never supposed to know your path. It wasn't meant for them to see your destiny so clearly. And yet, heaven intervened. A vision was placed into their dream, not as a punishment, but as a revelation. It was vivid, undeniable. In it, you stood at the crossroads, the wind quiet around you, holding a letter in your hand. And on that letter in clear, uncheckable words was one sentence. If they open this, everything changes. That is this moment. This message is the letter. And you, beloved, are living the very vision they saw. Which means what is happening right now is not only sacred, it was foretold. You are not here by chance. You are the fulfillment of a prophecy that was whispered in their sleep. That is why the air feels different. That is why your heart feels heavier and lighter at the same time. Here is the bitter truth. It was never about them not loving you. It was about them believing they were unworthy of loving you. They fear that your light would expose the shadows. They have spent years trying to hide. They never understood that your love could have healed those shadows. could still heal them even now. But that can only happen if they stop hiding and if you stop ignoring the voice of your own intuition. For days now, God has been leaving clues like breadcrumbs in your spirit. The sudden chills that come out of nowhere. The dreams that wake you in the night. The name that appears in your mind without reason. The repeated numbers on clocks and receipts. The memories that flash in fragments. These are not coincidences. They are preparations. Heaven has been positioning you for this unveiling. Yes, a reunion is coming, but not in the way you have imagined in your private daydreams. It will arrive through brokenness. First, their soul will have to be split open by truth before they can walk toward you. And you, beloved, will have to step fully into your light. You cannot keep dimming yourself to fit back into an old story that no longer serves your future. Your calling is too sacred for that. You carry a divine anointing, one that cannot be delayed any longer. I have Michael -1. Not only the angel of war, I am the angel of revealed destiny. And your destiny is roaring in your spirit right now, demanding that you stop settling for almost love, for half-truths, for cycles that leave you doubting your worth. The one who left is still connected to you, not by accident, but because the work between your souls is unfinished. If you have the courage to face the truth that has been hidden, you will break the curse that has haunted both of your lives for lifetimes. That trembling in your chest is not anxiety. It is recognition. Your soul is remembering something ancient, something your mind tried to bury because it was too much to carry. But now heaven has confirmed it. You no longer have to live with confusion. You only have to walk forward in faith. As you do, you will see the signs multiply. A song will play at just the right moment. Its lyrics feel like they were written for you alone. A stranger will say something in passing that gives you chills down your spine. A memory will return in full color, sharper than it ever was before. You may notice time itself slowing around you, almost as if the air has thickened. These are confirmations, proof that you are realigning with the script. Heaven wrote for your life before you were born. You have been chosen to end this cycle, to break the generational story that has repeated in your bloodline. You were chosen to hear this exact message. And here you are still reading. That means your spirit is not only ready to receive it, is ready to rise. This is rare. Most people hear heaven whisper and brush it away like wind. But you stopped. You listened. And because of that, something in the spirit realm has already begun to shift. In this exact moment, an ancient code in your destiny has been unlocked. That means what was once blocked will now begin to flow in your heart, in your home, in your purpose. Opportunities will appear that were once invisible. Doors that seemed sealed will open with ease. The heaviness in your chest will start to lift because the spiritual chains that bound you are beginning to break. There is something you must know. When your soul aches for someone, it is rarely just longing. It is a divine tugger signal that something is unfinished. A lesson and learned words unsaid or karma unresolved. This ache you feel now is unlike any you felt before. Because it has been building for months, maybe even years. You are not imagining it. You are connected. And heaven is summoning you to finally close the chapter that has been quietly draining your spirit. Important note for true Christians. We deeply appreciate your support in helping us spread God's message of hope, love, and blessings. If this message has inspired or uplifted you, please consider showing your gratitude by giving a $40 super thanks. Your contribution helps us continue creating more content that touches lives and brings people closer to God by clicking the super thanks button below. You are not only supporting our hard work but also helping to extend God's love to more hearts around the world. Thank you for being part of this mission and for your generous support. The truth you were not meant to know has already been written in your heart. That's why it follows you in quiet moments. That's why certain memories replay without permission. The one you love has been restless. Their sleep is broken. You have felt it in your own body without knowing why. They wake in the middle of the night with your name in their mind. sometimes even on their lips. I have seen them sit in the dark whispering regrets to the silence. Understand, this love does not simply vanish. It waits. And right now it is waiting in stillness, because the moment of truth cannot arrive with chaos. It must come softly in a space where you can hear it. That is why you are reading this now in your own quiet when no one else is watching. This truth is sacred. It is not for an audience. It is for you. And here is where it becomes even more divine. 3 nights ago, a meeting took place in the heavenly realm. You were not awake to witness it, but your soul attended. Every word spoken was for your benefit. Every decision made was to prepare your path for the days ahead. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel to reach 10,000 divine subscribers very soon. Please share this video to your loved ones. Type Amen to affirm. Thanks for watching.